Let's do that.
I've had it running.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're releasing all this information.
the camera's running also.
That needs to be deleted.
Yeah. Welcome back to Grandma's Pillbox, episode 37 here. We have a special guest today for the second time in our history, Mr. Cryptohoop's Alban.
Thank you for having me back on the show. Very excited to be here. And yeah, Cryptohoops. We took a little break for like a few months. I had to like really focus on something else, which we'll talk about in this podcast. And but we'll be back. So we are gonna be back, and we're gonna be better.
Let's go. 200 and something followers on YouTube. You guys are doing good on there. Oh, this
Yes,
thing might
sir.
be a little annoying. There we go.
Can you see him?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can see Liam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. No, we're really excited. First in person time that we've had you on. Cause last podcast I really enjoyed it, but it was over Zoom, whatever. But yeah, now that we're here in person, it's awesome. Shout out to everybody that likes, subscribes, follows us on all of our platforms. We're 5 followers away from 100 followers on YouTube. So
Cryptohoops community, if we can, get them up to 100 subs.
Yes.
They only need 5 more. So 5 people, go out there and hit that subscribe button. It'll be much appreciated. And
ask your mom, ask your grandma, ask your dog. Don't matter.
Exactly. As long as they get those numbers
Fat
up.
Measy will find you. Fat Measy will find you.
Yes, he will.
Shout out Fatimir. So, dude, yeah, super excited to have you on. Why don't we just get right into it, huh?
Let's do it.
Can we start with the crypto update?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, just since there's been no Crypto Hoops videos, you've been busy in your own world doing God knows what. Give us an update on the crypto universe.
Sure thing. So, anyone who pays attention to the Bitcoin chart, you're just going to see a lot of sideways for like the past month to 2 months. It's been trading around like 29 to 31.5K.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, Bitcoin has. It's been like very flat. Like even a lot of the TA guys, the technical analysis people, they're just bored and they're like just waiting for something to happen. And as of today, it actually did break down a little bit. It broke out of the range. So we might see a little bit more downside in Bitcoin and altcoins as well. But for the most part, it's part of the 4-year cycles. For those that don't know, you can probably go to my channel to figure that out. But a quick overview of what it is. The 4-year cycles are the Bitcoin cycles. So you'll have 1 year of a bear market, which I believe was 2022. You have your 1 year of just straight down for the most part. And then about a year and a half to 2 years of like sideways action. You'll get the initial pump off of the bottom, and then you'll kind of hover within a big range. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. We're kind of in this big range. You could put it to like 20 to 40K. We haven't gotten up to 40K, but there's a chance that it does. There's a chance that it might not. But I'm going to give it a large range where it's just sideways for a year and a half or so. The Bitcoin halving is coming up in like March or April of 2024. Halving.
Halving?
Yeah.
Like in half?
This is for mining. So if you were to mine Bitcoin, the block rewards right now for mining 1 block, I believe, is 6.25 Bitcoin per block.
Okay.
And then it's going to get cut in half to like 3.125. So that's what the Bitcoin halving is. Basically,
Gotcha.
the block rewards for the miners gets cut in half, which creates a supply shock, which leads into the bull market. So in 2024, the expectation is that in the back half of the year, you're going to have the rise up to all-time highs again. So towards then, like November, December of 2024 is when you could expect a Bitcoin all-time high, in my opinion. Of course, this is never financial advice, you know.
I was going to ask you to do your disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to put the disclaimer out there. This is not financial advice whatsoever. I'm not a certified financial advisor. I'm just Alban.
Yes, sir. Crypto Hoops. So, I'm kind of familiar with when companies take their stocks and they like
do a stock split or something.
Stock split, is that kind of like if you have one Bitcoin, are you not going to have two after?
No.
This is only for miners, right?
Yes, it's only for miners. The Bitcoin supply is capped at 21 million Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
That can technically change if all the nodes that are running on the Bitcoin network agree to change that number, but that's never been brought up, and it's stayed the same ever since its inception in about 2008, 2009. So 21 million is the maximum supply that there ever will be of Bitcoin unless it is changed, but the likelihood of that is very low.
Yeah.
When it comes to stock splits, what you said is correct. Say you have one stock of like Apple, they do a stock split 2-to-1, you'll have two now.
Yep.
The supply increases because now there's more shares to go around for people. But when it comes to Bitcoin, there is a 21 million finite supply.
Dang, that's interesting. So that I mean, laws of like supply and demand and microeconomics, that kind of explains why the value of Bitcoin is so high, because there is a finite supply and the demand seems to be, I mean, forever it's been so high. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big reason as to why people always say like the supply and demand factors is a big thing, because the supply remains constant. It's the demand that's supposed to keep increasing, especially with like people wanting to be like monetarily free. You don't have to rely on a currency backed by a government. Bitcoin and blockchain for the most part is usually just backed by computing power and math. So people trust the math rather than their governments.
As they should.
Yeah.
Because math never lies.
Is Bitcoin kind of like just the leading indicator for the market, and other coins follow in terms of like if Bitcoin's going up, other coins will generally go up?
Yeah. So that's a good question. The general answer is yes. Whatever Bitcoin does, for the most part, all the other coins will do the same thing. You'll always have outliers here and there that just do something different because of news or something that happened with a company that was related to the said coin. So, but for the most part, if Bitcoin were to go up, you're going to see your altcoins go up at a higher rate, or if Bitcoin were to go down, altcoins usually go down at a higher rate. But there are times when Bitcoin will go sideways, or Bitcoin might dip a little bit, and the money from Bitcoin comes from people selling or taking profits, and they'll move it to altcoins. So altcoins could go up while Bitcoin is going down, and that phenomenon is just known as like people just taking profits and moving it down the line.
All coins, is that its own thing? Like altcoins?
Yeah, alt with a T, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like alternative coins. It's a general term for anything besides Bitcoin.
Gotcha. Is there, because like we have the S&P 500 that you can invest in, that's like a combination of the top 500 like companies on the NYSE or whatever stock exchange you're trading. Is there something like that for crypto?
No. To my knowledge, outside of maybe like kind of the Cathie Wood ARK Invest ETF, where I'm sure they have some Bitcoin stocks or mining stocks, I don't believe that there is any technical ETF out there.
Gotcha.
But a lot of companies are lining up for a Bitcoin ETF. You have BlackRock. You have Cathie Wood's ARK Invest with 21 shares. That's the other company that's going into it. Fidelity. I'm forgetting a few other names, but I'm pretty sure like Schwab probably has their own. There are a lot of big companies, big asset managers that are trying to file for this Bitcoin ETF. And the SEC has rejected every single application.
Dang.
But the hope is that BlackRock or Cathie Wood can get theirs approved within the next year or so.
Yeah.
BlackRock's record is like 570-something to 1. So they've only ever been rejected one time.
Dang.
So they have a winning track record.
And yeah, that's important. I mean, the Supreme Court sees that, definitely.
Yeah.
So sorry, just to clarify. So there are some ETFs out there that have crypto as like a part of their mix?
Yeah, like Cathie Wood's ARK Invest. I'm sure they have Coinbase stock in there. It's not directly like Bitcoin or Ethereum or stuff like that. There are Bitcoin ETFs in other countries outside of the U.S. I know Europe is launching one, I think, this month. I think Canada also has launched one recently, and some other countries also have their own.
Very interesting.
Just in the U.S., we're out here slacking.
I know you covered this in like one of your older videos, or at least the shorts. But I think there was news about the U.S. government like going towards like a government crypto coin.
Yes.
Do you have like any updates or just I guess your opinions on that maybe?
This was perfect timing because I think this coin called WorldCoin was literally announced within the past like day or two. You could look it up.
Jeez. We got him at the perfect time.
Yeah, literally. Wow. It's literally called WorldCoin. It hopefully is, or they're not hopefully this doesn't happen, but the plan is that it becomes like a world CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. And the fear with that is that you'll have the government controlling what you can spend your money on, and basically you're given a set amount of money for, say, the month or whatever. They'll tell you what you can and cannot spend it on. And if you don't use it all, they could take it away. It'll just expire. Because you can program it.
Yeah. That's like government spending for, like, construction companies or, like, government-sponsored state organizations. They have a certain amount of money that they have to spend. And by the time it hits Q4, usually they haven't spent all that money.
Yeah, and it goes back.
So yeah, working in, like, the construction and agriculture industry, we did a lot of business in Q4 because they had to spend that money, or else, like you said, it goes bad.
Right.
But the fact that they're regulating what you can and can't spend it on is not good.
Yeah, that's where, like, a lot of crypto people, they hate this. They hate CBDCs altogether.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah.
And it's because of that government control. Like, the government basically controls everything for the most part.
Right. And especially if it's supposed to be like a public thing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you're making it so, like, the Illinois Road Association can't spend their money on, like, booze and cigarettes. But, like, if it's a public coin like that, you should be able to spend it on whatever. Because it almost sounds like it's kind of like a combination of, like a universal basic income.
Yeah.
With, like, some unfortunate restrictions.
Of course. I mean, their whole point is to try to get as much control on you as possible.
Yes, it is.
And the one thing that they somewhat don't have control over is what you spend your money on. Because, I mean, you have cash. Cash is, like, one of the hardest things to track out there. There's this misconception that crypto is for money laundering and everything, but everything's recorded on the blockchain.
Right.
So arguably it's the easiest thing to track down.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the government has seized Bitcoin from hackers before, because you can track down where it is. And CBDCs, they'll be able to track, like, what you buy and sell, like, what you use it on, because it'll all be recorded on... Well, it won't be a public ledger. It'll be a private ledger that they'll be able to see.
Yeah.
And where money laundering comes into play is, like, people trying to avoid taxes. You won't be able to avoid anything.
Right.
If they can track it all. So in a way, crypto is anti-money laundering because you can literally, like, go from wallet to wallet and see where you're transferring your money.
Yeah.
But they just want to put that narrative out there that it's for money launderers and criminals because they're trying to FUD.
Of course.
Which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Yeah.
They're trying
to
keep us down.
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix is at work.
Tony Soprano would not like crypto.
No, you wouldn't.
No, dude. Off topic. I really am gonna start watching Sopranos soon.
Nice.
And that's
I suggested.
And that's gonna be a haul. What, 8 seasons or something? I gotta find somewhere to watch it on, but that's
HBO Max.
HBO Max? I don't have it.
You don't have it?
No.
Well, you're bent out of luck.
I'll use the Grandma's Pillbox credit card.
Right. Speaking of which, since you just brought up, like, random shows, Thomas, you know, might be returning soon. House of the Dragon.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah.
House of the Dragon. Is that the Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Is that a
prequel?
Prequel, yeah. For anyone that watches it, I mean, if you don't watch it, you should start. I mean, me and Thomas, we really enjoyed it.
Preface, we haven't watched House of Dragons.
We did watch House of Dragons. We didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We didn't watch Game of Thrones whatsoever, and I still enjoyed it.
Okay,
so.
That's good to know, because I was the opposite. I watched Game of Thrones, haven't watched House of Dragons yet.
Okay. I think you should watch it.
Is that also on HBO?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate, but
gmaspillbox@gmail.com. 4 funky numbers, or the 16 funky numbers.
Also, Ren, did you guys ever get sponsored by Liquid IV? Is that still a thing?
Not yet.
Wow, we missed an episode. We didn't. In the last episode, we didn't shout out Liquid IV.
We didn't shout out Liquid IV, please.
Liquid IV.
But it doesn't matter.
Don't ignore their emails.
Yes.
That's funny. You remembered, but we didn't.
Yeah, that's hilarious. We also didn't remember to check the camera on the last episode, so.
That one, yeah.
Nice audio episode for everybody last episode, though. So.
Of course.
Any? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was a bit distracted. I was reading the white papers for WorldCoin, and I guess like for potential applications, it's. Tell me if I'm repeating anything, but they want to make world currency digital, and then they're supposed to help with identity. So I guess like it's supposed to stop bots, and then more equal participation in government. And then they're trying. This is just what they wrote, obviously.
Yeah.
You can come up with your own interpretations.
Right.
But incentive alignment, coupons, loyalty programs, sharing value with customers is traditionally prone to fraud, as incentive for fraudulent actors are high. Frictionless and fraud-resistant digital identity helps to align incentives and benefit. Like, it sounds like a bunch of word garbage.
I think that's exactly what it is, just to try to sell people on it. Like the common person, they're gonna be, oh, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're not gonna think too much of it.
But if let's say, for example, the UN, or I don't know, what organization is trying to? It's WorldCoin.
It might be the World Economic Forum.
Okay, and like, how are you gonna stop? So let's just say all the governments
agree to use it.
Yeah, so that means my dollar is useless, the euro is useless because it's not government backed, or is that because it's like you said, people only use the currency because it's backed by the government. But once it loses that government backing, do we go back to bartering, or is it?
I mean, if this is implemented, then you're just going to use this. If there is no other alternative, I don't know if that's going to happen. I also don't know if it's supposed to like replace all the current currencies, because you could just make CBDCs of the dollar. The digital dollar probably is already in the works. I think the Fed is working on it. I know there's the digital yuan in China. I think they're also working on the digital euro. I know the digital pound was in the works in the UK a couple months back. The countries they're looking into this technology, CBDCs. I don't think it's gonna stop people from using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, though. It's just they're playing with it, trying to see what they can and cannot do.
Yeah, seems like that's what's happening a lot now, is people playing around with new technologies and throwing stuff at walls and seeing what sticks.
Right.
I wonder, okay, they passed this WorldCoin. Obviously, Bitcoin, I'm thinking, is still going to be in action.
Yeah.
Like, can't the government? You're going to need a digital wallet, correct?
I believe so.
To own crypto, and then to transfer it to people. Like, okay, I want to buy coffee. Transfer the Bitcoin to the company.
Yeah.
Now, is that through just internet? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Or is it through a crypto server?
There's different ways, because you don't need to use the internet if you both have private wallets that are offline. Like, I have my own private wallet. That's completely offline.
You can transfer offline?
Yes.
How does that work?
You literally just send it to the address on the wallet.
Oh.
And it's just stored offline.
So, and is it it's something physical, right?
Yeah. You have a physical thing that's holding it, but like if you were to mess around with it, it doesn't tell you like dollar value on the thing.
Yeah.
But they have apps and stuff where you can look at it.
I guess now if you have offline transferring, then maybe this question isn't viable, but like the government wants to push WorldCoin.
I would assume that they would make sure that everything is online. I mean, everything is still going to be tracked through the
Is
the
there
ledger.
a way they could restrict offline transferring of Bitcoin? Like they're like, we want you to use WorldCoin. We don't want you to use Bitcoin. Is there a way they can restrict Bitcoin usage?
No. I mean,
no.
China banned Bitcoin. India banned Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, people can still use it. You can't ban it. You can only ban yourself from it. because if you tell people, hey, you can't use this, I mean, one country doesn't speak for the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
So there are plenty of countries like El Salvador who literally made Bitcoin legal tender.
Wow.
So this was back in 2021. They literally came up with like an app and everything, so you could like transfer Bitcoin peer to peer, use it to buy coffee and all that.
Dang.
So, I mean, there are gonna be countries that don't like it, countries that do like it, but I think, yeah, I mean, none of them can ban it and stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So the best chance that they had, China blew it because they had like over 51% of miners, and then they banned mining, so all the miners dispersed. So now all the computing power is also dispersed. So it's very tough and nearly impossible to just completely destroy it or ban it.
Yeah. So for to kind of come back to that fact that there's like there's a finite supply.
Yeah.
What happens if a party or a government controls like a large share of the Bitcoin?
In terms of like what are they gonna do with it?
Like what could happen? Could like they shoot the price up? Could the value of it go down?
Yeah, they could. I mean, if you were to control a large amount, one, you probably have to buy it. So,
Well, okay.
in order to control it, or just like steal from people by hacking them.
The U.S. government buys 50% of like the max Bitcoin that's out there.
Yeah.
What's the power with that?
The power. Well, if they were to buy it, it would probably shoot the price up because
The supply would go down, or
well, it's just the fact that
think.
it's the fact that someone's coming in and buying like half the supply, which is about $280 billion worth. So you're going to be injecting $280 billion into the market.
Right. Yeah.
And one, it's a very large order, and two, it's not going to be bought all at the same price. So
Yeah.
if you were to buy all of that, it's gonna gradually go up as you're buying it. So say you buy like 100 Bitcoin, that could send the price up like 1% or something.
Dang.
But if you're buying like 50% of the supply, you're probably gonna double up the price.
Yeah.
Because it's just so large that one, I don't even know if people are selling that much.
Yeah.
Because I think almost a third of the supply is actually lost and gone forever. So about 4 to 7 million worth of Bitcoin is already lost forever.
From what? Like how?
It's stuck in private wallets, and
People forget the
you forget the
passwords.
password and everything. And you run out of tries. So and 1 million is Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin. He gave himself 1 million Bitcoin. It's never been touched.
Wow.
1 million.
Yeah, 1 million
So
Bitcoin.
that means there's only 20 million.
Well, it's 21. That's like the total, but if you take out all the Bitcoin that's been lost over time,
It's a third of it.
yeah, it's about like a fourth to a third.
A fourth, okay.
Dang.
So if you think about the real liquid supply that's possible, granted that none get lost in the future, you're looking at about 14 to 16 million.
Each trading at right now around $30,000.
Yeah,
Well,
just under.
Or not trading, but valued.
So
That's
I mean,
a lot of money.
oh yeah, a lot of money.
Makes sense why you'd like to get into it.
Yeah.
There's big stakes.
Yes, sir.
That's fun though.
Speaking of stake, there's actually a crypto betting platform called Stake. I hope to be sponsored by them one day.
Stake.com?
Yeah, stake.com or stake.us.
Whoa, we can't talk about stake on YouTube.
Do we get can we get banned?
STAKE?
Yeah.
Wait, that's only if you show it on the screen.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Not
we're
if you
fine.
just talk about it.
I mean,
Do you know Steve?
Steve will do it.
He got
No.
banned. Oh, he's with the full send.
I mean, Drake is a big sponsor of theirs, so he posts his on Instagram all the time.
Mhm.
Plus, I think one of the largest crypto YouTubers, he literally has the logo plastered on
But
his,
does he have the link on there?
on the screen. Probably not.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're fine. We're talking about it.
He literally says in his videos all the time, "Oh, sponsored by Stake," and then he shows a 30-second ad.
Hmm. That's interesting. Then
Well, this one popular guy called Steve Will Do It got completely blacklisted from YouTube because he showed the link to it for like a second or something.
Oh, I mean, but I don't know what the implications of that are.
Sponsor Crypto Hoops. That's all we gotta say.
Yeah, please.
That would be awesome, though. Have you had any companies reach out to you?
Absolutely not.
No?
I don't think they would anytime soon.
Dude, but you never know. I mean,
it would be nice.
Yeah, what you can do, and what I have thought about is like going and making like sales visits basically with different companies and saying, these are my numbers, this is how many viewers I reach on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Would you like to advertise on my channel? So
for the low price.
For the low, I mean,
$100 a month.
For this, yeah, right, dude. I mean, $100 a month for just.
It does. It goes a long way.
It would for sure. It would for sure.
I mean, I'm open to it. There are other like companies and stuff that I've checked out. I actually did get my first referral link,
nice.
but I haven't put it to use yet because I've stopped videos for a while. But I'll probably bring it back.
Speaking of stopping videos, why'd you kind of take that hiatus?
I took the hiatus because we graduated college and looking for a full-time job. That was kind of like a big thing that I needed to get done. Not only were my parents kind of like telling me, hey, kind of done with school now. Where's that job at? I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta get this done real quick. So put a lot of my focus into applying to a bunch of places. I think I filled out maybe like 200 applications. It was a process. I got to a point where I was just like in a zone where I was just like, all right, this is how you fill out all these applications. And I'm done. Yeah. I would do like 15 a day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I had a 1 week spree where I did like 100 plus. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit down and just knock all of these out.
So, did you, through your university or through people you know, did you use any sort of networking or connections to apply to places or to look at different places?
No. to be very honest, no. Maybe I use like. Sorry, I gotta step out. Oh,
no worries.
It's the CEO of Grandma's Pillbox.
The CEO.
The CEO.
Let's go.
All right, well, now can you get real close with the mic, right. Real intimate.
Yeah, let me turn down the volume real quick.
Today, this is a love story with me and the mic. Looking right at the camera too. Got to make that eye contact.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you could zoom in, but come close.
Come right in.
Feel me breathing.
ASMR.
Hear me breathing.
ASMR crypto. There's got to be a spot in that community for a crypto YouTuber for ASMR.
There probably is.
Dude, it's the niche. You just got to find it.
Yeah,
that's so true with content, dude.
Yeah,
and just like anything.
Niche audience or people that will always tune in. Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm trying to like force my personality out there more, especially when I do full court press. It's just kind of hard when you want to stick on topic and you're not sure if people will like the weird shit that you do. That's
fair. That's kind of why, I mean, the Pillbox, these podcasts are just the most random things ever. And then we use this platform to upload whatever else we're into, like vlogs or disc golf videos or just, whatever Thomas and I are doing at the time. MMA recaps we've done before.
Yep.
Just, it's fun. We were just talking earlier about kind of what we wanted to do with like the future of this. Because we've discussed
Pillbox.
We've I think made both the statement that we want to keep doing the podcasts because I think it's like just super beneficial even for just conversation skills.
Yeah.
And just a good way to sit down every week with like the homies.
True.
It's just like it's a fun thing. It's a way to get together that's not just
Live.
No.
Live on Grandma's Pillbox. The mic has fallen.
Crypto Hoops destroying the set.
Sorry, guys. This wasn't my intention. I caught it, though.
Yeah, you did.
Not fall.
That was huge.
I saw it, like, slowly coming at me. I was like, what's going on? I wonder how Thomas will feel when he watches this back.
Yeah. He's going to be like, what? The entire set broken. It was fixed while I was gone? Where did my pen go for this thing? You ever heard of these before?
What are those?
It's called a Remarkable.
I have not.
It's a... Pass it over. It's a paper tablet that allows you to have a bunch of different worksheets and notebooks and you can, if you grab the pen real quick and you write on it, it feels like it's paper. And then you can use that little blunt part on the back to erase.
Interesting. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty fancy.
It was a little bit pricey, and magnets on the side, but I found it to be very nice with note taking in classes, and especially, this thing's gonna be used all the time at work.
Yeah.
Whenever I start my job, I actually yesterday just started my full-time search.
Turn it off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we turned it down. I was getting intimate with the viewers.
Yeah, he was getting real ASMR. We were talking about how there's no crypto ASMR person in the community.
Why would there be?
I don't know.
It's a niche that needs to be filled.
Oh, you actually missed it. Like, the mic fell.
Yeah, the mic stand just
it came
fell
off.
and Alban
This?
caught it. Yeah, halfway down, halfway falling, he just catches it. It was crazy.
Sick.
All right, so where do we leave off before the CEO called?
Your job search.
Oh, that's right.
And
Oh, did you guys just break off? You didn't continue?
Well, the mic fell, and we.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was getting intimate with the audience.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we kind of did break off.
And of course, that's all staying in.
Of course, these are the things that we don't cut out.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta keep some of these bloopers in.
Yep.
And sometimes this is the fun stuff. This is the stuff that will make people want to stay.
Yeah, it's that personality that you were talking about.
Yeah, which I have a hard time doing because I might actually make a compilation eventually, because right before our video begins, like, Fadmir's always like doing something, like flexing or whatever. So I might have to make a compilation of that.
Fat and easy.
Yeah, Fadmir actually lets his personality in there. I just have to do a better job of it because I kind of like run it.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to be like directing and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
But we'll figure it out. But back to the topic.
For sure.
Oh, the job search, right?
Yeah, job search and like using references or whatever. Like when it came with friends and like places to apply to, that was kind of the most that I did. I didn't really use people like, hey, I know you have this job. Can I put your name down or whatever?
Yeah.
I kind of did everything on my own. I don't know. A lot of the times I don't really know too many people that already have jobs, and it's not like their influence is very large at their companies anyways.
Right.
So it's kind of like you might get it or you might not. It's not guaranteed if you know this person. Yeah. But yeah, I got lucky. I actually did land a full-time job. So, not going to disclose the company name, but I'll disclose my title. I'm a financial reporting analyst. So that's a pretty decent title. Yeah. Good pay to start off. Yeah. But yeah, the job search was a grind. I've had plenty of interviews. I had like a dozen or so interviews. Dang. Story time, I guess, a little bit. Yeah. The company that I did end up getting my job at, one, they're a very great company. I'm happy that they did accept me and everything, and they actually did.
Paid them to say that.
Yes, this is sponsored by them.
Just joking.
This is not an honest reaction, all right? I've been bought off.
Sorry.
No worries. See, this is the stuff we keep. This is the stuff that like people will enjoy.
Yeah.
Why would we cut that out?
Thomas's giggles.
But yeah, quick story time. I actually did apply to a bunch of crypto places. I was like, man, a lot of positions opened up, and I was like, a lot of them like I'm not qualified for because I have no job experience outside of like an internship and like just random retail jobs that you'll have throughout college and high school and stuff. Sure. So, it is what it is. But I had an interview with this crypto company, and I was waiting on their response. And the day that I went to interview with the company that did hire me, this was in-person interview too. I got the emails, the rejection email. So I was like, man, I don't know. Am I able to like cuss and all that? Yeah. I'm like, man, fuck this. I was just pissed and sad. I was like, damn. That was like my one chance. The only crypto company that like interviewed me. Yeah. And I blew it. And then
lit a fire under you though.
Not really. Not really. Dude, I was depressed. I was like, man, I'm not cut out for this. I was like, man, I'm not cut out for this. Yeah. I don't know. I kept applying, of course, afterwards because nothing was guaranteed. I had a pretty good interview with the company that hired me, obviously, because I got hired. Yeah. But even then, I was like, all right, I guess I just have to focus on this interview now and kill it. And I guess I did. I would have liked to have worked at the crypto company just because, I mean, it's the YouTube channel that I'm in. It's the space that I want to be in. I put a lot of time into it, just researching and stuff, and just like actually paying attention to what goes on.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, if I could do this, combine it with my passion, combine it with the channel, that'd be great. And it was like mainly remote for the most part, so I could be at home making videos and stuff. I mean, the job I'm at right now, I think the first month or so is going to be all in person,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's going to be 3 days at home, 2 days in person, so
Okay.
it's not that bad.
Where is it at? Is it in Chicago?
It's in the city, yeah.
Okay.
Right by the river.
City boy.
City boy.
That'll
City
be cool,
boy.
I'm also applying to some jobs that are in the city.
Solid.
And the one that I have the highest prospects on
Mhm.
is in the city.
Solid, dude.
So
Good luck.
I'll have to see you out there. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, the job search is exciting. And I am so happy about the decision of not like working right after school,
Mhm.
right after graduation. Like it's been so nice just relaxing and kind of easing my way, doing a lot of like traveling and
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. Just kind of easing myself down after college and then getting my mind right for the next step of life pretty
Yeah.
much. Because it's a big decision on where you're going to work, because that could mean
A lot of things.
a lot of years. But in this day and age, like a lot of people move around jobs a lot.
Yeah.
So that's also what I was going to add on is, you know, I know you're discouraged now about not getting a crypto job, but
Mhm.
there's going to be so many opportunities that are
Yeah.
going to pop up. And now that you're in the financial world, you're
Mhm.
going to meet people. and,
Exactly.
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I
It's
mean,
exciting.
the plan is to eventually go full-time crypto.
Yeah.
Whether it happens at a company or the channel blows up, hopefully, that'd be
Mhm.
nice.
That'd
Doing
be-
my own little thing, but it's good to have this experience now, so I know what I'm gonna do in terms of like when I get paid and all that. I'm gonna invest it all. I'm going to invest it all.
So that what does your current investing structure look like?
Just sparingly whenever like I build up like enough money where I'm like, all right, I could put some in.
And do you invest solely in crypto, or do you put any money in like ETFs? Do you have any retirement funds?
No retirement funds. I'll get that later on in
Crypto
life.
is retirement.
Yeah, crypto is supposed to be my retirement once it goes crazy. But I do have some stocks. I kind of like once I found out about crypto, I kind of like stopped putting money into stocks and I started putting more money into crypto and putting more time into that. I still have my stock account. So I still make my trades here and there,
Yeah.
buy and sell and everything. But yeah, I'm all in crypto. Especially if the 4-year cycles work out the way that they have for the past 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if what I'm expecting to happen happens and what I've heard from other people and experts, I think it's going to be a good choice, hopefully.
Next year?
I still
no.
think you should
Not next year.
open up like a Roth IRA.
Yeah,
Some
I mean,
sort of retirement account, just in case, dude.
I can. I'm 20. I'm gonna be 22. Birthday's coming up.
Hey, happy early.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it off mic
All right.
if
Yes,
you want.
we can discuss it off mic. Why? Is it like personal question?
Well, no, I'm just wondering if you're doing anything.
Oh, I might be in a basketball tournament. So.
Oh, so it'll probably, if any celebration at all, later.
Maybe the weekend after or before.
National Wing Day.
Oh, when's that?
My birthday.
Oh.
Annual Wingstop visit. Spicy.
Super necessary.
Yes.
Super
Did
necessary.
we do it on your birthday last year?
Yeah, we watched.
We watched
That-
Chernobyl. We
yeah,
should watch
Chernobyl.
We should watch episode 2. But I haven't watched any other episode.
We can. I'm down.
Alright, but that's off topic. Sorry.
These
Sorry.
are the best. These are your best years of compound growth
That's true, which is why I'm putting into crypto.
into crypto. That's fair.
Because, I mean, there are Roth IRAs and retirement accounts for crypto with iTrust Capital. Not sponsored,
Not sponsored.
unfortunately. Hopefully one day.
Not
Yeah.
sponsored by anything. So
Not
we don't need
sponsored
to
by
disclose
nothing.
that.
No.
But I want to disclose it for the audience to know. Not financial advice either. If they go
Yes.
under like FTX, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, no financial advice here, but actually get a Roth. because that's not any financial advice.
That is financial advice.
It kind of is, but
it's like,
yes and no.
I recommend you get
I wouldn't say recommend. It's just like
I
it's a good idea
it's
to
a good
get
idea.
one. Yeah, it's a good idea to get one.
But I think if it's only considered financial advice if I say to like invest in certain things.
Yeah.
Like if I say you should open up a high yield savings account or you should open up like a Roth IRA, that's just general.
Yeah.
Which I believe in those a lot.
I do too.
That's what I'm working with right now, is trying to build those up. My goal is hopefully have a job and then max out my Roth by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I need about $5,800 to max it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be perfectly fine with that, especially once you get your job.
Yeah.
You'll probably get that.
That's probably like.
You'll get that knocked out in like a couple months, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like a third of my monthly income though.
Yeah.
Which. That's right. My expenses are low. I have no rent living at home. Yada yada yada.
I've looked into Roth IRAs, and I've just I've told myself, if this crypto thing pays off, I'll get one after.
Mm-hmm.
Just cause.
Yeah.
But I really want to put my focus into the crypto thing.
Yeah.
See where it takes me.
The Roth,
you're limited.
You're limited.
You're limited, yeah.
So you're pretty much, it's like, okay, if you do really well in life, by the time you turn 59 and a half, there's $1 million.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'm at a point where that doesn't really make a big difference.
Exactly.
Which is a commendable thing. Because when you're young, that's when you want to take risks.
Exactly.
So yeah, I appreciate your drive.
Yep.
That's not to toot your horn, but your work ethic on your channel and a lot of things is very admirable.
Thank you, Liam.
You got a system down and you just pump videos out.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see,
dude.
Because you grew so fast.
I was doing the shorts every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2 times in a day, and I was grinding work during DePaul.
Yeah.
When I was still there, man. I don't know if now that I have a full-time job, if it's gonna be as consistent. I think then it was more shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I think now it's gonna be more actual videos.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be those short, quick videos where I can say something random about the news. I'll actually go in depth and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually somewhat explain it. I was thinking of doing understanding blockchain kind of series, understanding Bitcoin, all these different cryptocurrencies out there.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could somewhat do that.
Do you think when you start picking up the YouTube videos again, you'll give your thumbnail maker fractions of Ethereum or something?
I was also gonna say you could hire somebody to pump out shorts for you.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got the money like that. Maybe down the line.
I think he could benefit off of 0.00001 Ethereum.
I mean, sure, yes, yes, he definitely can. He'll benefit more from watching the videos.
You're a guy who likes to take risks, and it likes to invest. So I think investing in your channel before you see an immediate return could be, it's scary. It's why we haven't done that yet. Why we haven't hired anybody. Why we, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe. Find some guy in China. No, you.
I found some guy in Lithuania.
Making those thumbnails. Did he? Who did the editing on your full court press?
That's me.
That's
all the editing is me. The thumbnails are not me.
That's very good. I liked your editing on that one. I watched a little bit of it just to kind of get reacquainted with your channel and to see when the last time you uploaded was, because I was like,
it's been a long time.
I haven't seen any Cryptohoops in a while. I was like, it's been a month.
Yeah. It's been a while. I'm sorry to the blockchain ballers out there, my community. I will be back.
And we're sorry to the pill poppers out there for our hiatus as well, and the fact that we came out of the hiatus with episode 35. I'm very sorry about that.
Would Cryptohoops be down for collaboration with GPPX Cryptohoops or
yes,
that type of thing where?
Is this not what's happening right now?
No, this is
exclusive interview with Cryptohoops.
It's just interview,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a collaboration,
Yeah.
But collaboration is if we both make a product with, I don't know, what if we make a shirt?
Oh, okay,
or we
yeah.
make our own coin.
Yeah, because
we're gonna rug pull our audience.
Logan Paul.
Oh yeah.
Because if we were making any money off this, all the profits of this episode would go to the Pillbox.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming, normally what would happen is you repay it by us going on your channel for a, you pay it back and forth, and then if we build up that enough of a connection with the audience, then we do the Pillbox X Cryptohoops hoodies or something.
Yeah, some merch collabs.
Dude,
that'd be nice.
So sick.
I've actually put some thought into it and everything with that. I was actually gonna think about using this video because I did find an AI that creates shorts for you. So I was thinking about maybe it could take some moments and put it together.
Yeah.
But I'll have to play around with that.
Yeah, for sure. Those are interesting because
it pumps out content for you. I mean,
it does.
It'll definitely help.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it because like the task of editing.
It's a long
and
time.
finding shorts is it's grueling.
Yeah.
Like, I was just in Canada without any service, but I had my laptop and I had my hard drive, so I was able to edit up a bunch of disc golf footage that I filmed.
Mm-hmm.
And like 40 minutes of footage just took me forever to edit.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even doing any in-depth editing. Like, the longest part probably was kind of self-inflicted. I had to line up like 40 different clips and match them to audio.
Mm-hmm.
So it just took forever to do that. But then, once you go, you do that, and then you have to run through it again, and you have to screen through the clips to make sure everything's concise. And then you run through again to put graphics on, and then you run through again to color correct, and then...
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And then you got a thumbnail, and then by that point you're 5 hours into a video that you're not making any money on.
Yeah. I love Cryptohoops and like Full Court Press. I hate editing them. It takes so long.
Yeah.
Like it'll literally take me days.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to take like 3 or 4 hours each day and actually do it.
Yep.
But when I set a deadline, I'll actually like finish it. I'll be like,
yeah.
To my thumbnail creator, hey man, I need a thumbnail by this date.
Yep.
And as long as it's done, the video will be done.
Yep. You're a Lithuanian thumbnail creator.
Yeah. Should I dox him?
Who's getting .001? Wait, is there?
No, he's not even getting anything.
Who's gonna get?
He's a very good.
He's doing
very
it out
good.
of his Lithuanian heart.
Yes,
Can
very
you
good.
Buy
friend.
partial shares of crypto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything's partial.
Okay.
Like you could buy you could put $1 in.
Okay.
It's not gonna buy you a full Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it'll
Yeah.
give you something.
I'll disclose my ownings. I have 0.8 or 0.7 of an ETH.
That's pretty good. It'll be worth a lot in the future.
My cost of what acquisition.
Your cost basis.
Cost basis sucks.
It's all right. It's not that far off.
I won't disclose the losings or whatever.
I think I'm down like 60%, but I haven't realized those losses yet, so
Real.
I'm not down at all, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm not down at all either.
And I invested it through Venmo. Venmo's crypto.
Okay.
Yeah. I invested, I think, into both Bitcoin and ETH. They're like partial.
Yeah.
Whatever.
When it comes to Venmo, I'm not sure if that's third-party custodial or not. I think it might be like a Robinhood where, well, Robinhood might be coming out with their own wallet, or they might already have to where you can transfer it. I'm not sure if you can transfer that out of Venmo, if that makes sense.
Yes, he's finding it. Speaking of, no, actually, that's
Where did
not a
we leave
segue at all. I don't know where we left off, but we can just move on into some. We talked about some crypto.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about some hoops.
Wait.
Wait.
Can I ask one more thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
You've talked all good things about crypto, but I want to hear your thoughts on the bad things about crypto. Maybe like, what could one person of mine told me like, oh, like crypto's not a hoax, but it's like it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just like a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to hear your opinion on the
negatives.
Yeah.
Alright. You want me to say bad things about it, or like,
just what have you thought about it? Like, because if I'm gonna invest,
what are the flaws?
If I'm gonna invest in a company,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just look at all the good things about it. I'm
You're
gonna
look
look at
okay, I got you.
how it can fail.
Gotcha. So yeah, to just like put it out there for the people that do say it's a hoax and money grab. One, it depends on like what you're investing in, and two, if you're talking about like Bitcoin and all the big coins, I would say that that's just incorrect, and people just don't. They might not see the vision for it just yet. But if you were to get rug pulled by Logan Paul with Crypto Zoo, then I would say, yeah, that was just a money grab for sure. People want a lot of NFT launches by celebrities or like OnlyFans people. I don't know if I can say that.
No, you can't.
You
Okay.
can talk about.
That's
Yeah.
electric though. OnlyFans NFTs.
OnlyFans, don't have one yet. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, you could post like normal content to there.
That's true.
It's like Patreon, but
Yeah, they're like trading accounts on Twitter that made OnlyFans so people could like subscribe and get their plays.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a hack. But bad things about crypto, yeah. You could easily lose all your money that you invest in it. Honestly, it's probably one of the easiest ways to lose all of your money through a hack or anything. When it comes to investing in stocks, you'll have like TD Ameritrade, you'll have Robinhood, you'll have Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and all these big players.
Mm-hmm.
They're FDIC insured, so your money's safe up to like whatever the limits are. I think it's $250,000
Yep.
or like $500K depending on your account. Crypto doesn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your money, you're cooked, buddy.
Cooked.
You're not gonna get that back. I mean, there's a chance you could get it back. It's not very likely. Don't click any links, any suspicious links. Having security is a big thing when it comes to it, especially with passwords and everything. Bad things, yeah, you could get hacked easily. You could lose it all just by clicking something. I think I saw on Twitter some dude, he lost all of his NFTs. He got drained because he clicked on the link. Not only that, you could, if you have a private wallet, you forget your seed phrase, you forget your passcode. It's locked up in that wallet. We talked about how like almost a third of the Bitcoin supply is like lost forever, and that comes with the fact that people forgot their passcode and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you could lose it all. That's a bad thing about it. Another bad thing we talked about also CBDCs. It's programmable, so people can program it to do anything. There literally have been a bunch of coins programmed to, if you read the white paper, it literally says do not invest in it, but people don't read the white paper because it'll just be a meme or like something that blew up on the internet and people put their money into it and then it'll just rug to zero.
Yeah.
And that's because the creators just took all your money, but you also didn't do your own research by actually reading the white paper. There's just a lot of stuff, especially with like a lot of people in crypto are like dudes who are like, I mean, for the most part, losers.
Yeah.
I would put myself somewhat in there, I guess. I guess I'm a loser. I don't know.
What?
What do you
No.
mean? What do you mean? What are you
I'm
trying
not
to
rich
get
yet, so.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking, but
Yeah.
a lot of the connotation behind a crypto bro is
Mhm.
that dude in his mom's basement,
Yeah.
like playing around with internet money.
So that kind of does fit you.
Yes. Yes.
Mom's basement, stand up, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we're here for.
Yep.
Oh,
But
that's so funny.
My life.
Hey, you just
We're
got
saving
a full-time
money.
job. Yep.
Yeah, but it's literally
money
just
for
like there's this one thing called Bitcoin baddies. It was like a bunch of girls that are into crypto and all that, and they rug pulled their NFT launch, and people literally paid to be like high-ranking members in their community and stuff. So, that's why I like refer to it as losers. Like, guys are just paying to be a high-ranking community just because girls are involved. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, there are plenty of easy ways to lose your money if you're not smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you are smart about it, like FTX collapsed. They're the second largest exchange in the world, and they went under because Sam Bankman-Fried was a fraud, and he laundered your money. Well, yeah, he took customer funds and bought other things with it and traded with it when he wasn't supposed to. So you could think you're being smart about it, and you could just get completely destroyed as well.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, I personally think, and this is opinion only, that Coinbase is the safest option if you were to use a company to buy your crypto and hold it. So you were talking about Venmo and all that. So
Yeah.
I think that might be a third-party custodial where you aren't able to send it anywhere else. I'm not sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Coinbase is like a second-hand custodial account where they hold your crypto, and if it also says it in the policy agreement or whatever, if
if Coinbase goes under, it's stolen or anything, even an act of God. That
it says that in the
yes,
policy?
it says it in that. Even by an act of God, Coinbase is not liable for like
losses.
Yeah, if it all goes down, if it all is gone forever.
Oh,
Dang.
like if it disappears.
Yeah,
or
if it's gone
the
from your
price
account.
drops to zero, like
Yeah.
they won't do anything.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Okay.
That's what you agree to.
Yeah, you need that protection.
Yeah.
That can happen easy.
But I think they're the safest option in terms of like a second-hand custodial. Obviously, the safest option is to have your private wallet. With the second-hand custodial, though, just backtracking a little bit, you can send it to other places. So you can send it to private wallets. You can send it to other exchanges, to DEXs, which is decentralized exchanges. And then you have your private wallet or a hot wallet. Hot wallet is online. Those can be hacked. Private wallet, the only way you can get hacked is if you lose your seed phrase or your passcode.
And you have a private wallet?
Yes, I do.
You don't use Coinbase?
I do use Coinbase.
Oh.
I use both.
Wait, so where's the benefit, or why do you use both?
You cannot sell on a private wallet that is offline. You can sell for USD, so you can't bring it back to dollars. You can exchange it for stable coins, and they do have their own providers for that are partnered with the private wallet company. I think if you were to do USD, you might have to hook up a credit card or something, but I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can bring it back.
So would you send it from a private wallet to like Coinbase, and
Yes.
from there you can convert to USD?
Yes, that is
Okay.
exactly how it works. Coinbase and exchanges are your on and off ramps into crypto. So if you've seen like the SEC and Gary Gensler go after Coinbase and Binance within the past few months, they're kind of trying to like chokehold the entire crypto industry to where you can't go into it and you can't get out of it, which will not work in my opinion.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous for the community.
Not really, because a lot of people, they kind of know that Coinbase and Binance are probably going to sweep the floor with these guys. I saw Thomas looking at the chart earlier of XRP. XRP just won their lawsuit against the SEC, where XRP itself is not a security when sold on secondary exchanges like Coinbase, and that was like it sets a large precedent, meaning like all coins sold on exchanges are not securities, which is a big deal. And if someone like Ripple, who's a smaller company than Coinbase and Binance, can beat the SEC, then these guys are just gonna mop the floor with them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm very confident. If it all fails, I mean, I got the basement right.
Yeah, buddy.
I got the basement right.
You got a full-time job.
Yeah, I got a full-time job. Like, I guess I can rely on that.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is just. I think it's great that you have a hobby that you're so invested in.
I'm just trying to get rich, you know.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
We're transferring over to the basketball scene.
To a little bit of b-ball.
Yes, sir.
So, I don't think we've talked even since the Nuggets won the championship.
No,
We have not. It's been a long time
It
since
has
I've been
been.
on the show.
Yeah, it has. We can very briefly just say that the Nuggets beat the
Miami Heat.
they beat the Heat. I forgot 1-8.
Yep.
So this playoffs was probably one of my favorite playoffs.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot too.
Me too.
Like I can't remember a playoffs I enjoyed this much since like maybe 2016.
Really? Okay.
Like
Just because of the whole Cleveland story.
Yeah, just everything pretty much.
That was arguably one of the greatest seasons of all time.
Yeah, I mean like the first round I think in this year was amazing.
Yeah.
Second round I think it was
not as like hyped as the first time, but you had some good matchups. You had Warriors versus Lakers.
Yeah. Okay. First, I will say first and second I enjoyed a lot. The conference championships weren't as good because I think it was just a sweep and.
Well, the Celtics almost came back from down 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean the Nuggets Lakers series, it was good back and forth games. It's just that I don't think anyone thought that the Nuggets were going to lose control of those games.
Yeah. No. Which obviously they did.
Except for Lakers fans.
Yeah. Delusions. But no, this whole playoffs and finals was super entertaining, and then we moved into the most hyped prospect
Wembanyama.
in the history. The second most hyped prospect.
I mean,
LeBron's got to be the most hyped prospect. Right?
Honestly, I don't know why Wembanyama got so much hype, but at the same time, I didn't really watch him play overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I always heard his name, though. But I also wasn't alive for LeBron's time.
Yeah.
You just heard about him all the time. I think people would probably have said the same thing back then. I don't know why this kid is so hyped up.
Yeah.
But,
for sure.
yeah, to your point, he is the most hyped prospect since LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a rough first game in the summer league. But
Shot like 1 for 8 or 2 for something.
yeah, very bad. He got dunked on. There's whole Britney Spears thing.
Yeah.
But the second game he came out and he absolutely killed it.
That's sweet.
He had a huge game and then he sat out the rest of the summer league. The Spurs shut him down. They're like, yeah, we've seen enough.
Mm-hmm.
We know what he's capable of. We're ready.
Yep. Yeah, I'm super excited for this upcoming season. A lot of my basketball is consumed through the eyes of fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I play I enjoy like being pretty serious in fantasy basketball, and it takes a lot to be serious just because there's so many games and so much going on every day. And like I said, I look at the guys through the eyes of fantasy basketball, and I could see Wembanyama first year.
I think for fantasy he's going to be pretty good, to be honest.
He's going to be pretty good. He's going to be really good. The problem is, with that draft class, is there's going to be a lot of guys that are not going to be very good.
Really?
At least their first year. Like, usually, you got, for fantasy rankings, you have, like, 1 to 100 is usually guys that are rosterable in a 12-man league.
You're talking about, like, these guys aren't going to be in that 1 to 100 range.
Yeah, they're not going to be in that range.
Then I'd agree.
For one reason or another. Off the top of my head, Alban Thompson is like behind a bunch of guards in Houston.
Yeah.
Wembanyama will probably be one of those top 3, and there's going to be probably statistically there's two other rookies that pop into like that top 100.
I think Scoot Henderson's going to be one of them.
Scoot, for sure. Scoot, he's going to be a dog, especially now that Dame Lillard wants out.
Yeah.
We'll see if he ends up going anywhere.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, and I hate it. I hate the updates. I don't want another Dame update unless he's traded or it's confirmed that he's staying for the year.
Yes. Trade this man or keep him. Yeah, Scoot's going to be great, but I think he's going to be pretty comparable to a healthy Porzingis.
That's what a lot of people are saying, healthy Porzingis. That honestly diminishes, I think, the hype because he's hyped up to be one of the greats, and Porzingis was not that, even at his healthiest.
Right.
I don't think he was ever top 10 in the league.
No, I agree. But in terms of fantasy, Porzingis, his best season has been there.
Okay.
Because the way I play is categories.
Mm-hmm.
So you got points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers.
Yeah.
Then you got shooting percentage, free throw percentage, and 3-pointers made.
Mm-hmm.
So you take pretty scarce categories like blocks and steals.
Yeah, those are big ones.
And if you get guys that can dominate at those, their value skyrockets.
Yep.
So you get Porzingis, who was hitting shots from the outside, good percentages, getting a ton of blocks, ton of rebounds. You can find another guy in your draft for assists.
Yeah.
He's long. He was getting some steals. I think Wembanyama could be sitting right around, if he has a great year, plays over 70 games, 75 games, he'll probably be sitting like 35 to 60, somewhere in that range, which is pretty good. Usually rookies aren't that good, especially as the season progresses, because they get figured out by the NBA defenses and stuff. So have you ever played fantasy basketball?
I have the past 3 years. Fatmir has won every single time.
Do you guys do a points league, or do you do categories?
I think we did a points league recently, and we might have done categories 1 year. Okay. But I think for the most part it's been points.
All right. If you ever want to get in on a categories league, I've had one going with some of my college friends and their friends at home for 4 years, and we've got like a core 6 or 7, and we're always kind of like rotating those last few spots just to find guys that will stick. Because usually we bring friends or cousins or
whoever
family in, and they just aren't really there.
Yeah.
So we're always looking to try and make the league more competitive. So I think it's like a $20 buy-in, maybe $50 buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be super fun.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be down. I'll hit up Fadmir about it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, Fadamir's a champion. We got to get him
Yeah, Fadmir, he puts in work into basketball, like all the NBA analysis and all that. I would say when it comes to like our videos, Fadmir probably has the most in-depth analysis. To be honest, Fadmir actually watches a lot more games than I do. I do a lot of other things.
Yeah.
More crypto.
Yeah, it pertains to like crypto watching, and actually like now that I have a full-time job and everything, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Fadmir is also really into his community, and this community knows a lot more than I do as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep up with it, just talking with Fadmir and even just looking at stats throughout the year and just looking at how teams progress. I have a good eye for basketball, in my opinion. When I see talent, I kind of like, I'll know.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when it comes to this draft, I think it's going to be comparable to the 2003 and the 1984 draft. I think it's going to be one of the best draft classes that we've seen in a long time.
Wow. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Like, you've got like a wide range of players that came in. Like, even in the draft lottery, you've got guys like 7-footers like Victor Wembanyama, and then you've got
Scoot Henderson's like 6'2", 6'3".
6'2". Grady Dick is like one of the best guys to ever play the game, just because his last name's Dick.
I know that jersey's gonna go insane in the frat houses.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And he looks like a frat bro also.
Yeah.
Shout out the Raptors for that pick.
What's his name?
Grady Dick.
Yeah. He went to Duke.
I don't pay attention.
Just look up Dick basketball.
Please go on incognito if you're looking that up.
He literally popped up. He literally popped up. The first thing.
Wow.
He does look like a frat bro.
Yeah. He's good though. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. He's a shooter.
Okay.
Wait,
but he has a Kansas jersey.
He might have gone.
Wait, Kansas. Sorry. Oh, my bad.
Kansas Jayhawks.
One of the Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of the Blue Bloods.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think that this draft class is going to be really good. If it were to be compared to both of those draft classes, number 2 is Darko Milicic in 2003, and in '84, I think it was like Sam Bowie or something got picked before Jordan.
Yeah, it was Olajuwon, Bowie,
and then Jordan. So I mean, you had LeBron, Darko Milicic, and then Melo.
Yeah.
You're looking at Wembanyama. Brandon Miller is going to be in that number 2 spot.
Oh.
And he had one. People or the media outlets are really going at him. I think he just has that connotation. They're trying to put the bust on him.
Yeah.
And then Scoot Henderson, he got like a lot of love, and his stats were arguably pretty similar in their first games. And you have Scoot Henderson at number 3, which a lot of people said he should have arguably been the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
So you could be looking at another scenario like that where Brandon Miller is the guy that kind of underperforms.
Right. I don't see that though.
To me, it's debatable. It's debatable because one, Charlotte, horrible history in terms of player development.
Right.
And just like having stars or anything.
Yeah.
And drafting just poorly as well. So it's a bad situation. I mean, the last time they had the number 2 pick, I think that, well, they didn't take LaMelo. LaMelo was 3rd. I think it was Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Dude, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Fortunately, his shooting form's a lot better than Kidd-Gilchrist, but there's a possibility that Brandon Miller could be a bust.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be like super bad bust. I think he could just be like a guy that's a role player. Who knows? But that's on my radar.
Yeah. If you're drafting in the number 2 spot, you're not drafting for role players.
Yeah, you're hoping to get a big-time star.
You're hoping to get a star.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know, like, you got so much pressure on you in that spot.
You do.
Like, Markelle Fultz, he's a solid role player in the NBA.
Yeah, he can start sometimes.
He can start. He might arguably be the best guard on that team. They've got some good young guards, but I like Fultz the best.
Mm-hmm. But looking back at his college highlights and like the way he plays now, he plays a lot different, and his shooting form's not the same. I think something did go wrong.
Yeah.
When it came to his shoulder injuries, so I feel like it wasn't all of his fault. It wasn't like his play isn't bad.
No.
It's just something happened with his injury, kind of like with Lonzo's knee.
Yep, Greg Oden with his...
Greg Oden's
Was that
knees.
his back or it was his knees?
Yeah, same. Brandon Roy had bad knees.
Yeah, like it's you can't label a guy a bust if they deal with injuries.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Especially when their play is actually good, their career just gets shortened.
Right.
It's not their fault.
Is there, if you were to have one player in any sport, never get injured and play through their whole career?
I think you know the answer to this
I think
one.
I do also.
Yes.
But any sport, so.
I don't care.
Okay.
Personally, for me, it's always going to be Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
I just have to see it through. Derrick Rose was my favorite player growing up. Chicago Bulls. You know, I'm sure Thomas knows.
Of course.
The youngest MVP in the NBA ever.
Yeah.
Right after that, 2 years, he tore his ACL, tore his MCL, was basically like done for 2 years when he tore it in 2011. And I mean, I would have loved to see that Bulls team win a championship. I think we had the Heat's number.
Yeah, we did.
For one of those years.
We stopped their 27-game win streak that year.
Yeah. I think we could have beat them 2012, 2013, and plus you had Jimmy Butler on the rise too. He was going to replace Luol Deng, or actually give us a number 2, especially at the shooting guard position, which we seem to have always struggled with.
Yeah.
We had Keith Bogans in 2011.
Keith Bogans, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Exactly. Yeah, Keith Bogans, Ronnie Brewer. I mean, Kyle Korver was all right.
Korver was...
Mike Dunleavy.
Kirk Heinrich.
I mean, yeah, Kirk
the
Heinrich
captain.
When he came back.
Yeah.
It's just, we never had someone solid at shooting guard. And even though Jimmy's a small forward, he could have been a big shooting guard.
Yeah.
Or we could have picked up another one when, like, Luol Deng was on his way out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derrick Rose. Any injury ever? Derrick Rose.
Any injury ever. I saw this thread on Twitter, and it was interesting reading through. There was like a bunch of tennis people that were mentioned, soccer people, like Ronaldinho, I think, was mentioned a few times. Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy's a big one in the basketball community. Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac, Grant Hill.
You could put Greg Oden in there, too.
Greg Oden was mentioned. D-Rose, obviously. There was one, though, that kept popping up that I just didn't think of.
From basketball or from a different sport?
I don't remember what sport it was from.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it was a super interesting thread.
Yeah. Speaking of threads, that app failed.
Really? I thought I got like a bunch of signups.
The first day it did, and then ever since it's been downhill. Even Zuck neglected it for a few days, and.
Wow.
I'm not familiar with that. What is it?
Threads
it's Facebook's Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Copycat.
Ah.
But it's basically failed for the most part. I don't think it's going to gain any traction.
No, yeah. It's so hard.
Failed experiment.
Yeah. But, I mean, sometimes those go through, like, everybody experimenting with stories.
Yeah.
Who was the first to do stories? Was
Snapchat. Yeah.
And then everybody else picked those up.
Yeah, Instagram, I mean, stories is different. Rather than launching a completely new app, you just took a feature of another app.
Yeah.
I mean, Be Real, I think, has kind of died off as well.
I still see people using Be Real.
Yeah, I still see people using it, but it doesn't have the same hype, and I hardly ever hear about it anymore.
Yep.
In my own personal experience.
Yeah.
I also never downloaded it. I've never downloaded Threads either. So yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a big side note.
But Twitter's not Twitter anymore, right?
Twitter is not Twitter anymore. They recently rebranded to X.
Why? That's just Elon's like, fuck it, X.
Elon wants to make it the everything app, and he think X is like for everything. That's what he says it stands for.
Everything, so more than just like tweets.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a feature where companies are gonna be able to put job postings on there. So it's kind of taking something from LinkedIn.
Dude, I would not have left the Twitter name. That's like, you have so much value in that brand name of Twitter.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean,
like
the
Facebook
whole
turning to Meta.
Yeah, that was horrible. For the short term, I mean, it came back a little bit, but their metaverse project also failed. But yeah, the whole thing was based around like birds and tweeting that the logo was a bird. Tweet is what they communicate with. Retweet, I don't know what it's going to be called now, Rex or something.
Rex.
I bet there's still going to be a large contingent that still uses Twitter.
Yeah, I mean,
Or wait. If he switches to X, well, he has switched to X.
yes.
So, does that mean do they still have the ownership of Twitter? Like, what can another app just like? All right, let me make Twitter. This.
Like use the name.
I'm not all informed on that.
Okay.
Are you saying
I'm just
using the name or the concept?
the name?
The name.
They probably still have. They probably still have ownership over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like Amazon. I think there's if you put in like a certain IP address that's not Amazon, it's like some bookstore or something.
Yeah.
It's what Amazon used to be.
Yeah.
It still links you directly to there. So they'll probably forever, if they can afford it, own the Twitter name.
Yeah.
And that'll just link link you directly.
I mean, I don't think people are gonna start calling it X, to be honest.
No.
And if they do, it'll probably take a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, Google is technically Alphabet.
Yep.
No one calls it Alphabet.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
call it Google.
Well, that isn't Alphabet just like the.
I think they rebranded to Alphabet. I'm not sure how long ago. But I saw something saying that
What's their ticker?
GOOG or GOOGL. I think they have two.
Dude, if they were Alphabet, they should have been ABC.
I think there
Is
might be an ABC already.
Is there any like networks? Networks aren't publicly traded.
Like
Like
NBC.
NBC, ABC.
Whoever owns them probably is publicly
Yeah,
traded.
true. Yeah, because like UFC is owned by Endeavor, and Endeavor is public. I'm pretty sure.
And I know like BlackRock and Vanguard own like 10% of all the media companies. So
Shout out
whoever owns
Vanguard.
them-
Yeah. Alphabet is GOOGL.
Google.
Well, that's Class A.
What does that mean?
I think only certain people can invest in it.
Oh.
But
Oh wait.
Yeah.
There is GOOG.
yeah.
The Alphabet Inc. is GOOG.
I have the ticker right here, so the one I follow. But I think the pricing should be the same. Alright, this isn't gonna load. Oh wait.
Amerisourcebergen Corp is ABC.
Ameris. Oh, so what's their ticker?
ABC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked it up. Like ABC ticker symbol.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I follow GOOG. That's the Class C. So I think Class C is supposed to be publicly traded. I think Class A is preferred stock.
That's the big money.
Yeah, those are the big boys.
Yeah. There's always that next level up.
Oh yeah, big
Those
time.
big boys. Like,
They don't want
I
you
just
in the
no,
party.
No, they don't. I was just on a fishing trip, and there's a big difference between the little guys and the big boys.
Oh, 100%.
And you like, I don't know why.
What?
I'm just thinking like a young, a little bit more immature muskie will go after a bait that it sees and just attack it without thinking twice. But the older one, the bigger one, the wiser one,
We'll just chill out.
will just chill, and he'll see it, and he'll maybe investigate a little bit, swim up to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll back off.
Yeah.
And
He knows
that's how stock trading
Yeah.
is. I don't know.
I mean, I see where you're kind of going with it.
Alban, did you see the fish I put on my story?
I think I did. You might have to like show it to me again.
That thing was.
Was it?
massive.
How recent was it?
I caught it last week when I was in Canada.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that. God, yeah, that's a beauty.
Dude, those fish.
Massive.
Did it die? I don't know.
No, it
you
lived.
throw it back in.
Oh, wow, I just saw it bleeding. So
Well, what is it when they bleed through the gills? It's just nothing, right?
Well, it can be. It can be
Oh.
something. They could die.
Oh.
But they're getting a hook in their mouth, so there's always a possibility
yeah.
for when you're removing the hook that they're gonna start bleeding. But once they get in the water, they stop bleeding. But
interesting.
yeah.
I wonder if like fish are like like.
See, that's the thing. I was always like, they don't feel pain, but they definitely do.
Yeah, Thomas, as an environmentalist, I think we need your professional opinion on this.
Ooh, Thomas, while you're up, could you check if it's still recording?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
But yeah, those fish are called muskies,
Mhm.
the fish of 10,000 casts.
I'm not sure what that means.
That means that it takes 10,000 casts.
I don't think
for
it-
you to
Oh,
catch
okay,
one.
I get it. Yeah, the fishing analogies are going over my head.
Yeah, so they're incredibly hard to catch because they're just very finicky when it comes to like bait and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Alright, cool.
So you'll cast out for them.
It'll take a very long time. It'll take 10,000 tries.
It'll take 10,000 tries because what they'll do is you'll cast out your lure, your bait.
Mm-hmm.
You'll retrieve it. You'll reel it in.
It'll be nothing.
And then you'll see the fish just following behind it.
Oh.
And then it'll just stare and look at your bait, and then it'll swim off. And then you'll throw it out again a few times later, and then it'll follow it in again.
It'll do the same thing over and over.
And it does it. It's so aggravating. And you literally have to wait for the perfect time, for like the conditions to be right, for the temperature to be right, for like the moon to be right, the water temperature, literally everything. But then once those fish are ready to go, you can pretty much drop your hand in front of them and they'll bite it.
Interesting.
So you can go times where like you don't catch a single one of those in a month.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go, if they're on, and then you can catch 5 of them in a night.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Those things are so fun to catch.
As an environmentalist, I'll tell you to ask a biologist for an opinion. But I'll give you this fun fact, and it's that salmon, when they're born, they go from their freshwater river to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
They grow up, eat their food there and whatnot. And then when it's breeding season, or breeding, they come back and they'll literally exhaust themselves to death to lay their eggs back in the same spot
that they were born in.
So,
I do remember that fact.
You remember that?
I've been told it before.
Oh.
In a class, but...
In class. Well, I just think that's dope.
That
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, they've evolved to literally kill themselves so that they can make more
babies.
of themselves. Yeah, make babies.
The ultimate sacrifice.
The ultimate sacrifice. Have you guys watched Blade Runner 2047?
I have.
No.
I watched like half of it in the car ride. It was pretty good. It was long though.
How did you not watch the whole thing? It was an 18-hour car ride.
Well,
Got tired.
I was busy. You know, we stop to get gas, then we all get out and we're tossing a football around, and then we switch cars, and then you just don't get back to it.
It happens.
And my attention span from TikTok has just been destroyed.
Interesting.
I had to stop using TikTok.
Same here. I haven't had it in months.
Yeah, even when I was uploading, I would only upload and then close it out.
I only have it signed in on my computer, so I'll just upload it on the computer and then just close the tab.
Solid.
I recognized the evil of TikTok back in 2020, so I haven't had it since.
There
But I
you
mean,
go.
I go on YouTube Shorts, so.
Yeah. You were big on it in the dorm. I remember you'd be like, bro, I just wasted my entire day.
I swear, I feel like I noticed these things early, or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not after coming back from Lithuania, I think my attention span has gone up.
Mm.
So I don't go on YouTube Shorts that much anymore.
No.
Or at least just short form. I try not to stay on it. I'd rather, I think I read 3 books or 2 books during Lithuania.
Nice.
So I want to just keep reading more.
Nice.
Maybe just pay attention to, well, not specifically to crypto, but just divide your attention up differently rather than just scrolling. But
Yeah.
sometimes, there's moments where you're like, fuck, it's just 5 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Thomas, I do hope that if I do send you a link to a video, that you will watch it.
For what?
For my channel.
What do you mean? I do watch it.
I know. I'm just saying, since you've had this breakthrough where you don't like the short form content, or you want to divide your attention.
I love short form content. It's just so toxic.
Yeah.
It can be, but
if I were to send it, I hope that it's still it's viewed every single time.
I will view it.
All right.
Of course.
Before it would pop up on my feed, but if I'm not going on it as much, then you still gotta
Send the link.
unless I turn on the bell or whatever. I don't know. If
You should turn on the bell.
Would YouTube give you the bell for shorts?
No,
No.
I don't think so. It might, but I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
Speaking of which, make sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment down below what you think of this episode. Subscribe to Grandma's Pillbox. Who doesn't want to see this content, right?
That's right.
And then I think I'll be linked in the description.
Of course. Your link tree.
Yes. Subscribe to Crypto Hoops on YouTube. I'm probably going to be more active there than Instagram, Reels, and TikTok and all that. So subscribe to my channel as well, especially if you want to learn more about crypto. All right, my top 5 crypto picks for the 2025 bull run. Not financial advice. Number 1, Ethereum. Number 2, XRP. Number 3, Cardano. Number 4, Avalanche. And number 5 is going to be Cosmos, Atom. Those are my top 5 picks. Those are the big caps. I could give small caps for another episode, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. This was episode 37. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.